Hey Espresso lovers, Mark here from Whole Latte Love. In this video, I'll show you how to export, modify, and import pressure profile recipes on the Crem ONE Profiler. This amazing machine can do incredible extractions using pressure profiling. This video covers a very specific process. If you'd like to learn more about the Crem ONE Profiler, see the video description for links to more videos, including a complete review of the machine and its capabilities, and a very extensive video covering setup, use, and maintenance. The Profiler has a port for a USB memory stick on the back of the machine so you can export profiles. Once exported, you can save that file for future use, edit the file, and change things like profile names, volume of brew water, target extraction time, even the pressures used in a profile. More on that coming up. Now, a few simple requirements and conventions when using a USB memory stick with a machine. First, the memory stick needs to be formatted for PC. I have to be working on a Mac computer, so I use the disk utility on my Mac to format in MS-DOS FAT. When exporting a profile, the stick should be empty, so no other files on the stick. When exporting, you'll get a single .txt file which contains all 5 profiles currently on your machine. Exported files, they have the file name expone.txt. When importing, the profile should be the only file on the stick. When importing profiles, all 5 profiles are imported and overwrite any existing profiles on the machine. Imported files must have the file name impone.txt. So if you export a file, make some modifications, and want to import, you must change the file name to impone.txt. To export profiles, insert the empty USB stick into the machine. The connection is behind a rubber cover near the power cord connection. In the Barista menu, navigate to the icon for the USB memory stick and select using the lower left key. Then use the arrow keys to navigate to this icon with the arrow pointing up. Press the upper right key to start the export. An hourglass displays briefly, followed by a check mark, and the display returns to the USB menu. After that, you can remove the memory stick from the machine. You can open this file in a text editing application. Before doing that, it's a good idea to save a copy of the file to another location. That way you could use the file in the future or share it with other Crem ONE Profiler users. If saving multiple profiles, you're probably going to want to change the file names temporarily. Just remember, you'll need to change the file name to impone.txt before importing to the machine. Here's what the file looks like when opened in a text editor. The file includes all 5 profiles that were on the machine. Even if there was never a profile saved at one of the 5 available presets, you'll still see one for that location. It's just going to be filled in with zeros for all the parameters other than the name. Now, you can edit variables in the profile, so let's take a look at the structure. If you do edit a profile, make sure to keep the structure the same. The first line is type. This should always be left at P. Next is index. The number here is 0. This represents the profile's position. There are 5 positions, so index numbers are 0 through 4. If editing a profile, do not change the index numbers. Next up is name. This you can edit if desired. Names are limited to 8 characters, including spaces. Mine is named Light R, and I'm going to change it to R Light. Below that is ml. Mine reads 110. That's the total volume of water used in this profile. When the flow meter in the machine records 110 milliliters of water used in an extraction, the pump will stop. So let's say I wanted the shot to run a bit longer, so I'll change this to 120. Notice for this parameter, there are 2 spaces prior to the first digit of the volume, so keep those spaces when you edit. Next up is time. Here again, 2 spaces prior to the first digit. The time will show in the display when running the profile, but it has no actual effect on the extraction. It's just a target time. It does not stop the pump. It's just there for user reference, so you can edit that if you like. Below time, we have 60 steps of pressure. Each step represents 4 milliliters of water flow. So pressure can be changed for every 4 milliliters of water flow. In this profile, brew pressure is at 1.7 bar for steps 0 through 9. In steps 10 through 17, pressure ramps up to 5.3 bar and holds there until step 24. Then at step 26, pressure drops to 1.5 bar and stays there to finish the shot. So let's say I wanted to ramp down sooner. I could edit steps 24 and 25 to 1.5 bar, and I'd get that lower pressure 8 milliliters of flow sooner. So you can edit any of the 5 profiles in the file like this. Just be sure to keep the format of the information the same as you make changes to prevent problems. Once done, save the file, and if you haven't already, change the name to impone.txt. To upload a file, copy it to an empty USB stick and insert that stick in the machine. In the Barista menu, navigate to the icon for the USB memory stick and select using the lower left key. Then use the arrow key to navigate to this icon with the arrow pointing down. Press the upper right key to start the transfer. You'll see an hourglass as the file loads and then a check mark when the download is complete. And that's it. The profiles are now loaded on your machine. Just remember, when you load profiles, you will be overwriting all the profiles currently on the machine. So do be careful you don't overwrite profiles currently on the machine that you want to keep by accident. And that's how you export, edit, and import profiles on the Crem ONE Profiler. For more on this machine, see the video description for links to our complete review and our extensive video setup guide. As always, if you have any questions on this or anything coffee, use those comments and I'll get you answers. I'm Mark. Thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, be sure and subscribe to the channel and come back soon for more of the best on everything coffee, brought to you by Whole Latte Love.